I am a traveler. Traveler always has to remember that on the journey there will be many, many scenes on both sides. And whether I am alone as a traveler or there are many, many co-travelers, yes, it's always good to travel with co-travelers, but I must continue, never stop, because if anyone from the co-travelers has stopped because of any reason, I cannot say because others stopped, I stopped. I must continue my journey because I have to follow the guide. Yes, I can help the co-travelers, but not get stuck anywhere. Whether it is a spiritual journey or journey of remembrance, always remember as a traveler, I have to be detached. You can take benefit of co-travelers, increase enthusiasm of everyone, and take them along with you. But don't get stuck. Keep moving forward. Like the clock moves every moment, we all also have to keep moving forward every moment of life. That should be the goal of a traveler. Now we take drishti from Baba.
एक छोटी बात सुनाऊं। अमृत वेले में जब रोज योग में बैठती हूँ, ये मेरा रोज है, मैं सदैव आप सबके तरफ से 1-2 मिनट बाबा को कहती हूँ। कहा जाता सुमत दे भगवान, बाबा आप सबको सभी को इतनी श्रीमत की शक्ति देते चलो जो सब श्रेष्ठ बने, कोई नीचे नहीं आए। फिर मैं कभी पूछती हूँ क्या ये मेरी प्रेयर में कहती हूँ, ये मेरी शुभ भावना है, सर्वश्रेष्ठ बनो, कोई नीचे नहीं आओ, कोई अपना अथवा बाबा का नाम बदनाम नहीं करो। अति इंद्रिय सुख में रहो, योगी माना अपनी मस्ती में रहो, मौज में रहो, सुख में रहो। कभी करवे बोल बोल के दिल को दुख नहीं दो। कोई कहीं मेरे से कोई पूछते दादी आपसे सहन नहीं, क्या नहीं सहन होता, ये मेरे से सहन नहीं होता, कोई किसको दुख देता, इसमें मैं शायद कमजोर हूँ, ये मेरी वीकनेस हो, मैं किसका दुख नहीं देख सकती, मेरी दिल भर आती है। कोई किसी को दुख देता मेरी दिल भर आती है और नहीं आती है। फिर कभी कभी खुद को मजबूत करती हूँ, परंतु कभी कभी ये मेरी थोड़ी शायद कमजोरी है। कोई किसी को दुख देता वो मेरे से नहीं सहन करता, क्यों देवे। अरे मीठे बोल बोल के दिल खुश करो, दिल को दुख नहीं दो। कोई को दुख देना ऐसे समझती हूँ कि जैसे कि बाबा को दुख मिलता है, क्यों बाबा के बच्चे हैं ना, बाबा के लकी लवली लाल है ना। आज कोई कड़वी सब्जी बने खा सकेंगे नहीं ना, लेकिन टोली मीठी मिलेंगी तो सब खाएंगे ना। तो हम मीठी टोली खावे मीठी मीठी, हम कड़वी चीज किसको न खिलावे, न खाए न खिलावे। और संगम पर अरे क्यों नहीं, कभी कहते दादी तुम सबको ये आइसक्रीम खिला करके खराब करती हो। मैंने कहा अभी न खराब होंगे तो कभी होंगे, खूब खाओ, दिल से खाओ। अरे मधुबन घर में न खाएंगे तो और कहाँ खाएंगे। जो खाओ, क्यों नहीं खाए। बाबा ने कहा दिल खुश मिठाई खाओ, पहली तो खाओ दिल खुश मिठाई, फिर क्यों नहीं। और यहाँ भी ये भी दिल खुश मिठाई खाओ। हमारी तो दिल होती दिल खुश मिठाई खिलावे, रसगोला खिलावे, सब पर कुछ भी है, ये तो एक दिल है। लेकिन मैं तो कहती हूँ क्यों नहीं, जो चाहिए। मधुबन में हम आते ही है होली दुनिया में, होली बनने और होली खेलने। जी हमारी क्लास अच्छी है नाचो गाओ खुशी के गीत। लेकिन हाँ एक बात फिर मैं कहती हूँ, आज के बाद आप सभी ये जरूर एक 4-5 वायदे है बाबा से रखो। एक तो हम अपनी मन मत से नहीं चलेंगे, श्रीमत ही हमारे प्यारी जीवन का श्रृंगार है। जो बाबा ने श्रीमत दिया है चलो तो श्रेष्ठ बनेंगे। श्रीमत पर चलने वाले को दुआएं मिलती है, वरदान मिलती है, आशीर्वादें मिलती है, शक्ति मिलती है, सच्चे रहते हैं, साफ रहते हैं तो खुशी के गीत गाते हैं। इसलिए हम कहती हूँ एक तो पीसफुल रहो, दूसरा लवफुल रहो, तीसरा रियल रहो। रियल कहो, राइट कहो, जो भी कहो। चौथा बाबा से फेथफुल रहो। पांचवा सदा हम गॉडली स्टूडेंट लाइफ की बेस्ड उसमें रहो, दूसरी बातों में नहीं रहो। हम समझती हूँ जितना हम स्टूडेंट लाइफ में रहते हैं उतना हम बहुत शक्तिशाली बनते जाते हैं। और ये पढ़ाई मुरली से मैं देखती हूँ आप सभी का बहुत प्यार है। एक दिन मुरली न सुनो तो आप लोग को भी बहुत लगता है कि आज मुरली नहीं सुनी। सच्ची बात, अरे मुरली जादू है, मुरली से न प्यार रखेंगे तो कैसे प्यार रखेंगे। अब फिर जब यहाँ से जाओ भी कहाँ, आपको मैंने बताया, हमेशा ये समझो हम है फरिश्ते, हम है राजयोगी, हम है ऋषि, हम है होली हंस, और हम है गाडली स्तूत। ये गाडली योगी के लक्षण जानते, ऋषियों के लक्षण जानते, हंसों के लक्षण जानते, तो हम सभी वो है। फिर रहो फरिश्तों की दुनिया में। बल कई बार मुझे दिल में बहुत होता है, बाबा इतना 8 घंटा, अरे पता नहीं कौन सी दुनिया में धंधे दौरी नौकरियों में जाना पड़ता, समय आएगा बाबा इनसे भी मुक्त कर ले, आएगा, धीरज धरो। इन नौकरियों टोकरियों से भी बाबा कभी मुक्त कर लेगा, वो भी टाइम आएगा। ऐसा समय आएगा इन सब से भी हमको मुक्ति मिल गई। जी हम तपस्या करेंगे कहाँ भी, दादी जहाँ तपस्या करो वहाँ मधुबन, जहाँ बैठो जहाँ तपस्या करो वहाँ मधुबन है। पता है मधुबन में भी आकर के क्या नहीं सब रह के करेंगे, भले रहो। जी खुश हो गए, हाँ धीरे धीरे वो भी आएगा दिन। हाँ हाँ क्यों नहीं आएगा, ऐसा भी समय आएगा बाबा इन सब झंझटों से भी हमें मुक्त कर देगा। बस तपस्या करो, वो दिन भी आएगा।
Shanti. Welcome to Vyakti Parivar. Today's chapter 2. So, step 4, the story of immortality. The soul is an eternal traveler. So, now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Shanti. Om Shanti. Today I was listening to second chapter on the new audio of the Book of Immortality. And I was so fascinated and felt so that like every word of truth, wisdom, authority. Because this is the book in which we have used every word about soul from Murli's. No one explanation, no examples, exact words from the Murli. And I thought it's so powerful. When God is speaking to us about the soul, it's so powerful, it's so clear, and really gave me such beautiful feeling. And I immediately start calling many people. I said, those who are new students, those who have taken course, let them read it. You all read it in class. But I really, really felt very, very good while listening. So I start recommending everyone. I don't know how many of you heard, because reading, yes, it takes quite a time. Sometimes it's not possible to read whole chapter, but listening was very, very beautiful. So that's what I'm saying. All the new students, anyone who has taken lesson on the soul, let them hear from Baba. what Baba is saying about the soul. As you all know that this book was created because there were many guests from Call of Time, many VIPs were asking from where you get this knowledge, who gives you knowledge. So we thought to create this where we use only words of Baba. So really there is big power in that. I felt so good. And I thought even the Baba's children, all old students, to revise the course, listen to this chapter 2 about the soul. First one was about confluence stage, was very powerful. But the soul so clearly explained everything. As I said, every word, every sentence has a very deep meaning and full of wisdom. When I think of courage, I think that courage has to be there since the soul comes in the body. I think even to come out in the world, one requires courage, right? So courage is I have to make my companion. When I become aware, I need courage because courage will help me to conquer many weaknesses: fear, nervousness, doubts, lack of trust, confidence. But if I keep courage, I become victorious over all these weaknesses. Well, in the picture, one step is shown, but I feel when Baba is saying step, uh, whole day we use legs and take step, isn't it? Every moment I take a step, unless I'm sitting. But when I'm walking, I'm taking one step, then another. So life has courage and needs courage. But then we can say, yes, there are some major steps in life. And those steps you take because there is love for God, thinking that God wants me to do it. And also there is this, commitment towards my purpose internally. Like for me, serving was always very important. Since young age, if anyone is sick in my neighborhood, anyone needs anything, I will make tea, take for them, make whatever way, but I always loved to help, to serve. I felt so good and comfortable inside. And really that gives a lot of courage. But then when we come to Baba, understand the spiritual life, I think every step needs courage, especially the tradition I am born in, social setting I am born in, where girl really has not much choice, even if she is worshipped as goddess. Lot of love, attachment, and the bondage of the family. And family is so loving. Family supports you, take care of you, especially in our social structure in India. Mm. Girls are always with parents, right? So even the, you know, first thought that I have to be somewhere else, of course, all the girls, they have to get married and go to other home. That's also one of the very social setting there. In other countries, it's different, but in India, Now, because many girls work, but before was a lot of dependency, but also security. Economic dependency was one of the reasons. So just to have this thought that I have to leave family, I think it was quite a big, at least for me, because I love to be in family. And I was brought up in a very big extended family. We were 30 of us, about 12, 13 of us, young ones, older ones, and many couples. So it was like a whole world. So when little changes start coming in me, there was a lot of fear, not in me, but others. And by that time, there was this principle of celibacy, and then becoming Brahma Kumari means not getting married was quite a big, like a volcanic kind of thing for the family. What will happen? Who will take care? Why parents not doing it? There was such a social kind of upheaval in a way within the family. So it is again the courage, to get into the future, which is very unknown, even if there is trust. How will I manage? One is, of course, my own thinking, but also those who are around me get very, very disturbed and kind of sleepless too. But of course, I try to be very sensible in the sense of do things in a way which could satisfy the Lokik family and of course spiritual family too. And one of that big thing was education. And Brahma Baba always wanted that my daughters should be educated. Because about 10, 12, 15 came in Gyan, and those were their school days, and they all failed. Because when you come to Gyan, nothing else stay in your intellect, right? You study and nothing you can retain. So Baba used to tell me, you're not going to do that, right? You will pass. And education for girls in our family was very important so that we can be, if necessary, help economically, which generally is not expected. But few situations come where because girls are not self-sufficient, they had to go through a lot. So step by step, lot of steps, as I said, everything you decide is a bigger step. So I did it in a way that it uh, not only not hurt my family, but also on the other side, I knew that something else is pulling me in life and that will keep me happy. So when I start going out, doing service with sisters, and I found that I was quite helpful. But lot of things which Baba will ask me to do was not my personality. I always liked, indoor in the family. But here, Baba, as soon as I went, I was 18 when I started helping. Baba wanted me to go to every center, give talk there, even just go for weekend. And I never liked to travel. And here I had to travel. state to state, and there is one exhibition here, other there, lectures, no? And it's so interesting that all the dadis used to love when young ones will go and give talk because the public used to be very impressed, right? So they used to invite us a lot. But I never wanted to get in the bus train. We didn't have much travel by plane at that time. So I think when I think back, I am amazed what I could do all that. And then saying yes to go for conferences in foreign countries, staying in hotels so long. I remember 1 week, 8 days. So we will take a cooker, rice, and then make khichdi with vegetables, get some yogurt, and eat that. many, many, many big things. But all that was not what I was. That is why, when according to drama, it happened that I couldn't travel. A lot of people were kind of waiting. No, you come, the presence makes a difference, and all that. But internally, I was saying, Baba knew that I travel whole life. But now, of course, everyone is so happy to be at home, right? Today, someone was saying when I go out, it looks like a different world to me because I haven't gone for so many months. So, courage, if we always remind ourselves, remove a lot of weaknesses, prepares you in life to face, to tolerate, to adjust. Whatever power is required, you will be able to use when there is courage. And of course, not every step we take of courage, we know Baba is with me. Baba will help. It is Baba's Shrimad that I am doing what I am doing. So he will get it accomplished. That I never had even 1% doubt. And then it's only when you are able to do that, then God gives you more assignments, right? Now Peace Village has 20 people. In the beginning, we were 8 of us. But yes, it's Baba. Baba will make it happen. It's Baba will help. Anything, everything, whether we're going to UN or whatever we are doing, and now we are sustaining all that also, is with courage. I never get a thought what will happen. I knew it's Baba's. Only we have to be very honest, available, and uh, serve through thoughts, through words, through action, whatever way we can serve. Baba is there. It's not I sit and say Baba will help. No. Even the thought should be of courage. What more? What next? Not just sit back. Even yesterday I said, oh, we have to think more about now what new thing we do. So courage in our thoughts and help is Baba's task. And also what I need help personally, definitely Baba helps. If I am sitting here and talking, I wouldn't have been able to do without Baba's help. So deeply within, I know all the time I have to just keep courage. God is there to help me in whatever the soul needs. And I need to get accomplished. It's only when I move forward at every step. More loving, more good wishes, more generosity, and courage definitely is most important quality. Daddy Janki used to say, every step you take, you have to keep courage. So I'm sure that each one of you will also look forward and take another step of courage. You don't just get stuck and say, oh, that's enough. Courage is important. So let God use us as instrument and we accomplish Baba's task. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Didi. And now, before we invite our two angels to take us to our journey, I have a good news for you again. So, just gonna take 1 minute to let you all know that on our website is avyakti.parivar.org. If you just type in avyakti.parivar.org, and then you will see on the top it says Avyakti Parivar. You can see the cursor there. So about experiences, and then you will see there is fourth one, which is Avyakti Parivar. So in that you will go. The first one, it's a YouTube channel, so it will take you to Avyakti Parivar YouTube channel. But we have Story of Immortality in audio form, the one which Didi was talking about. So the one she was listening this morning, since morning she's listening this, and we announced this yesterday also, and we sent you link also. So it's now uploaded onto our Avyakti Parivar website. And the third one is Story of Immortality ebook. It's a PDF file, so you can see the whole book here. So you can read here, you can listen here. It's in English, but more good news is we have PDF file, ebook in Spanish also. So if you go back to Avyakti Parivar, the last one is the Spanish one. So if you go to the last one, it's the Spanish. So that is also translated. So whatever more data we will get in different languages, we'll put here. There are others also, they are being translated into different languages. It's in process. So once it's ready, we'll put it here also. So thank you. I hope this will be useful. Om Shanti. Now I would like to invite our two angels to take us through our journey.
Step 4, unlocking the key of who am I?
The one who welcomed me yesterday is sitting not far away. He senses my presence and turns and smiles. He speaks to me with so much tenderness and looks at me with so much love. He seems to know things about me that I don't even know about myself, as he slowly reveals my true identity and my veiled past. He says he would like to pick up his story where he left off yesterday. I am happy to do that and turn my full attention to him as he begins to speak.
You are a subtle star, an immortal and eternal traveler through time. When you begin this journey, you were as pure as gold, infused with a deep contentment and silently radiating peace. Your original home is far away. Your home is a spiritual place, beyond the light and sound of the earth plane. You are a spirit, a form of living, conscient light, and latent within you are extraordinary powers. and wondrous qualities that you are not even aware you possess. You are an actor in a play. You have adopted your body to play your part, but you are only a guest in that body, which is temporary, which will age and fall away, as all material things do. You are the soul within the body. Bodies have eyes, but it is the soul who sees. The bodies have ears, but it is the soul that hears. When the body is wounded, it is you, the soul, who feels the pain. This knowledge is a study for sovereigns. If you are able to reclaim your throne and have mastery over your powers, then you must imbibe this understanding.
Every word the teacher speaks is new and strange, and yet it is as if I knew this somehow, and it touches my heart. I turn my complete attention to him as he begins to speak the next lesson.
The path you are traveling on is a high and easy one, and there are many side scenes that appear along the way. Victory is to keep the destination in your awareness and not to get sidetracked by passing scenes. Realize the importance of this time and travel with determination. Your destination is self-transformation. It is a transformation in consciousness. From the moment you decide to start your journey, you receive the key of who am I from the Father. Know how to use this key and how to take care of it. Always keep the key with you and remember where it is. All secrets are merged in this key of who am I. The original form of the self, the soul, should naturally stay in your awareness. In the awareness of the soul, there is self-respect. To reflect on your eternal identity and your original identity, to know yourself on these terms, and to remain in such thought about yourself, is said to be thinking of yourself as a spiritual being. This is called the stage of soul consciousness. The world is a stage, and all souls are actors. This is a play about the soul and the body. You, the soul, come down here on this planet Earth from your home in your original stage. You come as a soul, a being of light, and adopt a body and become a human being. Every soul has to come here, become a human being, and play the part that is latent within through performing actions. The role you play on earth is contained within you and is eternally played. When the soul enters a body, it emerges as it plays its role. By considering yourself to be a guest, you become free from attachment of the building of your body and become a trustee. The more you have the attitude of being a guest, the more you will be able to rule as a self-sovereign over your sense organs. You must be very cautious about how you use each sense organ. The awareness of the soul has an impact on the body.
This magical key that the Father has given me changes everything. I must remember to turn the key and unlock the consciousness of being a soul. This is who I really am. It's truly amazing to understand that I am a soul and that I have a body, not that I am a body that has a soul. I have to remember to use this key of who am I and never lose it. Also, what an amazing insight to know that I am an actor on the world stage and that my part is being eternally played.
So Om Shanti. So we'd like to invite Sister Rona to join us. There she is. Om Shanti, Rona.
Om Shanti.
Shanti. I think most of you, or many of you, may know Rona, but for those who don't, Sister Rona is based in New York and is at the Manhattan Center. She's been there for about 4 years and originally from, where were you from, Rona? Originally from
Holland.
Thank you, Holland, yes. So it's so nice to have you with us. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
So Rona, so here we are, and we're talking about this experience of becoming soul conscious. So the question we were thinking about asking is, we were wondering if by any chance, can you remember, the first time you had an experience of being soul conscious, and being a soul, not the body? Can you remember when something like that happened, or can you tell us about your experience of being soul conscious?
Two of the most puzzling words in Dhyan are soul consciousness and body consciousness. At least for me, it was like that. So I can't really pinpoint a moment or a time when I first experienced soul consciousness, because there were so many different experiences. And in the beginning, at least I did not really understand what Baba means by soul consciousness. But the knowledge of being a soul, I found that was fascinating. And, it was like getting a new life. And one thing I clearly remembered was the Baba's drishti through the sister, the first time doing a course. And I felt there is magic in those eyes. There is some divinity that is not human, is there. And many times that was the experience afterwards. So whether I could call that soul consciousness or not, I'm not too sure. Because I think even the understanding of what soul really means, not a human being, not a female or a male, not race or a spiritual being, an invisible experiencer. That took quite a time even to properly grasp what that means, let alone living in that awareness, living with that perspective. That took time. But just the knowledge itself and is so liberating.
Yeah, it's such a subtle.
Lots of bondages and lots of expectations of self and expectations of life. It was such a freedom.
Yeah, it's such a subtle, I mean, it's so subtle to catch it, isn't it? You know, to actually make that connection. It sounds so easy, like we know it's the first lesson and it sounds so easy. But I think when we're, you know, when we actually have that experience, that it begins to affect us in so many different ways. You know, how did it change? Like, how did it change your own perspective, and how did it change the way you interacted with others?
One feeling that came is that I really found what I've been waiting for since forever. I never felt I was searching, but I was waiting and finally found. So there was a deep feeling of peace and relief. Now I know. Now I understand. Now there are answers for sure. And one feeling that came, which is probably a soul conscious experience, is this body is so huge. Like the Empire State Building, this body is so huge. And the real self is this tiny, invisible, immortal being of light. So this fearlessness that came, a certain sense of relief, a freedom from all the limiting ideas and anxieties and subconscious anxieties, undercurrents that are there. It was such a liberating thing. And I just felt I'm someone else now. Even now looking back, it really feels like a different life, another life. And in relationship with others, if this is true for the self, the real self is this beautiful, godlike, spiritual being, imperishable, immortal, timeless, and just visiting in this body, just visiting on this earth, a tourist, a guest in this body. If this is true for me, it is also true for others. So to completely disconnect others also from the part, they are also not human beings. The real beings are invisible spiritual beings. So even if at a physical level, the relationship may be whatever it is, but at an invisible, subtle level, two spiritual beings connected, travelers on an eternal journey. And also the feeling I can never, ever truly lose anyone because the real beings never die. And it just was immensely liberating. And this continues, of course. Longer we are on the journey, longer we are with Baba, your understandings deepen, your experiences become richer, you get to know Baba and the beauty of that egoless, bodiless, wise personality. And then the yagya and all seniors, the whole experience builds every day, every moment actually. It becomes richer and deeper.
So it sounds, I mean, what I'm hearing is that you're saying that it really had brought you a sense of freedom
Yeah.
from so many things from the past. And then as you traveled, in the awareness of being the soul, that you were able to just change everything because you were able to see differently, completely different perspective.
Just I feel it is not we get glimpses of that stage, and those glimpses become deeper and richer because we get in this state of soul awareness, but then we drop back. And then the art is to hold that and to build on it and to deepen it until that soul awake, soul aware state becomes firm and becomes the default.
Yeah, well, this is wonderful. Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing this evening. All right, and we'll look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, Rona. And so having heard the experience of this soul consciousness, we're going to now set you your quest for tomorrow. Yeah, so if we could have. So the point for Amrit Vela, our godly dawn, is I am a soul, a subtle star, a conscient, living being of peace. I am a soul, a subtle star, a conscient, living being of peace. And our traffic control as we travel through the day. I, the soul, am a guest in this body. I have adopted this body to play my part. So this consciousness of being a guest in the body as we move through our day and play our part. And our reflection, our night reflection, remember the time when you first experienced that shift from body consciousness to soul consciousness. So we heard Rona's experience, this first time that I experienced the shift from body consciousness to soul consciousness. And how has this shift changed you and your interaction with others? So it's the same question that we put to Rona, but asking ourselves. And so we can write down 8 words that describe how you attained the treasures and draw an illumination, a picture in 1 word that describes that feeling, whichever way you would like to reflect on this experience of this shift from body consciousness to soul consciousness. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you. 3 angels. It was wonderful sharing. And we always look forward for more and more. Thank you. Thank you. Now let's begin our Avakti journey. Welcome to Avakti journey. Today's Sakar Murli. God speaks through the lucky chariot.
महावीर और महावीरनी बैठे हुए थे। शिव शक्ति, अभी नाम तो बहुत अच्छा है, गाया हुआ बहुत है। अब तो इस समय में शिव की सब शक्तियाँ, शक्ति, शिव की शक्ति मेल के लिए भी यही प्रोनाउंसमेंट है, शक्ति। तो माताओं के लिए भी शक्ति, शक्ति मिलती है सर्वशक्तिवान से। तो ये हो गए मास्टर सर्वशक्तिवान, तो सर्वशक्तिवान ही ईश्वर की स्थापना करते हैं तो ये फिर उनके बच्चे हैं। ये बच्चे भी अभी जैसे मास्टर सर्वशक्तिवान, क्योंकि बाप जो सर्वशक्तिवान है उनके साथ मिलकर करके, और बच्चों को नशा भी रहता है क्योंकि हम आत्माएं जो शरीर द्वारा श्रीमत पर इस बात की सर्वोत्तम सेवा कर रहे हैं। सेवाएं तो अनेक है बच्ची, यह है सबको श्रेष्ठ श्रेष्ठ बनाना, श्रेष्ठ से श्रेष्ठ माना ही प्योर बनाना, प्यूरिटी में ही मुक्ति लगी हुई है। तो बुद्धि में जो अच्छे बच्चे हैं, नॉलेज जिसको फिर नॉलेज फुल कहे, जो सिर्फ याद में रहते हैं, कुछ बोल नहीं सकते हैं, उनमें नॉलेज कम रहती है। तुम बच्चों कई कई में नॉलेज बहुत अच्छी रहती है, बुद्धि में सारी नॉलेज फिरती रहती है। और जो कम बुद्धि वाले हैं उनको ये नॉलेज है कहाँ बाबा और वर्षा, वो जो डिटेल में है वो जैसे बीज और झाड़, बस इतना ही समझेंगे। तो भी अगर नॉलेज फुल भी भले कोई है तो उनसे भी ये बच्चियां अगर याद में रहे, सिर्फ भले नॉलेज न भी हो उन्होंने इतनी बड़ी, और उसमें ऐसे इनकी तिखी हो, क्योंकि भले कोई योग में भी अच्छे रहते, याद में किसको नॉलेज भी अच्छी है, परंतु नहीं उनसे भी अगर कोई याद की डोरी पहने अच्छी तरह से, क्योंकि माया विघन डालती है याद में, तो बच्चे बहुत ऊंचे जा सकती है। सस्ता सदा हुआ नहीं बच्चे, इसलिए नाम इनका ऐसी गाया जाते भोलानाथ। कितना मीठा, कितना प्यारा, सेकंड में है। और बाप भी ऐसे कहते हैं बच्चे, गाते तो हो नहीं, गाते आए हो, सेकंड में जीवन मुक्ति। और ये तो जरूर है कि भक्तों के लिए जब मैं आऊंगा तो भक्तों के लिए कोई सौगात ले आऊंगा नहीं, तो याद जो करते रहे तो कोई तो सौगात ले आऊंगा नहीं। तो मैं सौगात ले आता हूँ, मुट्ठी दो की भरता हूँ, एक मुट्ठी में मुक्ति देता हूँ, एक मुट्ठी में जीवन मुक्ति देता हूँ। वो जो मुक्ति जिनको देता हूँ उनको भी जीवन मुक्ति मिल जाती है, क्योंकि मुक्त तो हो जाते हैं नहीं, पीछे वो सतो प्रधान बन जाते, जब आएंगे तो सतो प्रधान ही होंगे। अच्छा, बच्चे राजी खुशी बैठे हैं। बाबा ने यहाँ कहा था कल की वो हम वो फिर खिलाऊंगा, तो देखा कि आज ये बच्चियां बिजी थी बहुत, क्या क्या बना रही थी, तो ये गुरुवार के दिन रखा है, ठीक है ना। तुम सबसे जास्ती बाबूजी को रहना है यहाँ, तुम्हारा सबका प्रोग्राम है, बाबूजी कोई प्रोग्राम से थोड़ी आया है ना, इन्विटेशन पर आया हुआ है बाबू, तुम प्रोग्राम से आए हुए हो। भाई लिखा जाते हैं 7 रोज रहेंगे, 15 की पार्टी आई, 15 रोज के पहले तुम बच्चों को इतला देना है। देखो कितना कंडीशन है इनके लिए, बाबू के लिए कोई कंडीशन नहीं है, उसमें भी एक अक्षर में ही सब कुछ है, अलफ में ही सब कुछ है। देखो तो कितनी थोड़ी सी बात, और हम कलप इस अलफ को कोई जान ही नहीं सकते, देवता भी नहीं जान सकते, तुम जानते हो सिर्फ अलफ को। अभी अल्लाह के बच्चे बैठे हो जैसे कि, तो अल्लाह भी है, बीवी भी है, तो उनके बच्चे बैठे हुए हैं। तो माता पिता के सन्मुख बैठे हुए हो, तो मजा है। अच्छा चलो बच्ची,
हमने देखा, हमने पाया शिव भोला भगवान, कितना मीठा कितना प्यारा शिव भोला भगवान, शिव भोला भगवान। हमने शिव भोला भगवान।
मीठे मीठे सिक्के दे रूहानी बच्चों पर माता पिता बाप दादा का याद प्यार और गुड नाइट।
Om Shanti. Thank you. So now, before we close with Baba's remembrance, I just want to quickly remind you all that tomorrow is Wednesday and we will be having Awake the Children Bully class from 5 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. And one more thing, some of you were asking us that the revision of Avik Murli, which happens from 5 to 5:30, 5 to 6:10 p.m. every Tuesday. So the recording of that is available in Telegram. So all these classes, all series, all audio files, everything is available in Telegram, and you can always find the Telegram link in avektiparivar.org website. You can go through from there. Thank you very much. Om Shanti. Now let's remember Baba. Share Drishti, take Drishti. We'll request everyone to turn on your radio. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Good night, everyone. Good night. Om Shanti.